A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. Chancellor Rachel Reeves is gearing up for a challenging spending review set to take place on Wednesday, June 11th, where she will outline the budget allocations for various government departments over the coming years. This review is crucial as it will determine how taxpayer money is allocated to essential public services, including the National Health Service, NHS, which serves millions of citizens, and investment in critical infrastructure projects like public transport. In her previous announcement in October, Reeves set budget parameters for the fiscal year 2025 to 26, but the upcoming review will provide a clearer picture of spending for the next 3 to 4 years. Reeves has already established what is referred to as the spending envelope, indicating the total increase in government spending during this period. The spending review will delineate this spending by department, addressing both day-to-day operational costs and investment expenditures. Recent data reveals that government borrowing rose to £20.2 billion in April, surpassing projections and reflecting an increase of £1 billion compared to the same month last year. This surge in borrowing is attributed to rising costs associated with pensions, benefits, and pay increases, alongside heightened borrowing expenses. Despite a rise in tax revenue, particularly from national insurance contributions, the government faces a tight financial situation. Reeves is working within the confines of two self-imposed fiscal rules, with the current budget surplus forecasted at a mere £9.9 billion, one of the smallest on record. This surplus acts as a financial cushion against potential economic shocks or unplanned spending increases, but its limited size renders it vulnerable. Previous fiscal strategies, including a £14 billion savings package announced in March, have already been implemented to address rising debt interest payments and sluggish economic growth. While the UK economy showed signs of growth, expanding by 0.7% from January to March, uncertainties loom, particularly with the impact of international tariffs. The government has signaled an increase in total spending on both operational and investment costs over the years covered by the spending review, but the Institute for Fiscal Studies warns that this modest rise could necessitate difficult trade-offs. For instance, cuts to the overseas aid budget have been proposed to facilitate a significant increase in defense spending, which is set to rise from 2.3% to 2.5% of GDP by 2027. Translating to an additional £5 billion annually. The Department of Health and Social Care, DHSC, which is responsible for the NHS, is expected to receive a substantial portion of the budget, but specific allocations remain undisclosed. Notably, the government plans to extend free school meals to around 500,000 children on universal credit, with an allocation of £1 billion to support this initiative. Education Secretary Bridget Phillipson has indicated that schools in England will receive an additional £4.5 billion to enhance funding for free school meals, repair facilities, and support children with special needs. Reeves has also indicated a revision of the controversial limitation on winter fuel payments, although complete details will not be available until the budget later this year. The fate of the two-child benefit cap remains uncertain, with discussions ongoing about its potential repeal, which could incur significant costs. In an effort to bolster investment, Reeves has restructured debt measurement practices to unlock over £100 billion for funding various projects, including infrastructure and research initiatives. A £15.6 billion package for public transport improvements across Greater Manchester, the Midlands, and Tyne and Wear has been announced, responding to critiques about disproportionate infrastructure spending favoring London and the South East. Furthermore, a substantial £86 billion investment in the science and technology sector aims to advance research in critical areas such as drug development and energy efficiency. The government is also exploring the construction of a new nuclear power station in Suffolk, with plans for Sizewell C, a project co-owned by the UK government and EDF, which aims to utilize both taxpayer and private investment. Additionally, proposals for small modular reactors, SMRs, are being considered to enhance energy production in England and Wales. While the government asserts that every region will benefit from these initiatives, experts advocate for a comprehensive long-term strategy for scientific research and innovation. Local leaders have expressed support for the investment package, emphasizing the importance of leveraging regional expertise to drive economic growth. However, calls for a strategic plan to ensure a skilled workforce capable of supporting these initiatives remain prevalent. Universities UK has praised the government's investment, asserting that collaboration between academia and industry is essential for translating research breakthroughs into economic success. As the spending review approaches, the political landscape remains charged, with the government caught between fulfilling electoral commitments and adhering to fiscal constraints. The outcomes of this review will undoubtedly shape the future of public services and infrastructure investment across the UK. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.